thank you for coming back. And this is another class of 4. We're going to do the fourth case. So we're going to be talking about the Rashi, Vaja, and as well the Verna. So those are the 3 things that I need to make sure that we're going to be talking about. And then the next 2 will be the next video, which is video 5. So, and I'll be talking about that next class. So, yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I got another case for you guys, so I know that you guys want to get into it right away. And so I just want to let you know that if you want to purchase a report, it's all under the description. I'll try to put it in the comment section area so that if you guys are interested in purchasing that, that will be there. I have to credit this to Ernst Wilhelm just because I learned this technique from him and how the breakdown was. And I also learned a lot as other instructors as well. If you don't know who I am, I'm CindyKing. I'm a relationship and dating coach, and learning how to create lasting love and finding out what works and what doesn't work. And we're going to be talking about the Kuta. If you guys already noticed, this is my 4th video, and every video is about 20 minutes or 25 minutes long. So can you just imagine what it's like sitting in front of an astrologer, sitting down and explaining each individual of this and how to break it down and or how to solve it as well. And I think that's really important here to talk about this, because if we don't talk about this, you're going to feel stuck, because yes, the report is something, it's affordable. It's something that you can do. You can go ahead and do that. If that's the first investment that you want to start off with, and that's totally okay, but it doesn't solve the problem. I think the difference from astrologer like myself who specialize in relationship is because I come up with solutions and help you how to get to the next level and overcome some obstacle that you might have in a relationship. And we want to be able to do that. So we're going to look at the moon representing the feelings, and where we're going to start off. The first thing that I missed from the second video was the Rashi, which is the very top part. And Rashi just represent really is your ascendant. It's your path, your life path. So, and the reason why Rashi is important is because it's your life path, right? That's what it really means. It's like you have a destiny that you're going in. So does your partner. They have a certain type of personality, and you have a type of personality. You have a different type of archetype. So that's just what it really is. You guys think how much of a difference that you guys think together are alike or disalike, and what's your personality is like. What do you think? How do you think? And how do they feel about certain things, or X and Y and Z. So Rashi, we look at the ascendant and we look at like the brain or the head and how you really think, if there's any planets are there, or if there is planet there. For example, right here, when you see a Virgo ascendant and the partner, there's a bunch of planets there. There's a bunch of planets there. So she is the Virgo and he is the Cancer. Yes, so he's a Cancer ascendant. So you can notice his planet, there's a bunch of planet is sitting on top of her body and her head. So what does that mean? Well, it means a couple of things, that either he appreciates those quality about her, or he has those quality about himself that really resonate, or they kind of connect each other that way. So that's common, like compatibility and values and stuff like that. So I feel like that's why Rashi is so important. It's mostly the reason why people look at the Rashi, or the Lagna, or ascendant. It's just because we want to know if they are either in the same category, which they are in this case. Um, I think that's really important there, because if they aren't in the not compatible, if Virgo and Cancer are not compatible, we got a problem, Houston. And that's what I would say. So That's the reason why Rashi is important. We want to know what your partner is thinking, what is their life path, and whether they kind of struggling and what kind of their strengths are and things like that. It does show up in the chart as well. So the Rashi is, I think, is mostly important, and that should be, in the first video that I did. I missed that part because I forgot the fourth tier on that one. All right, so that being said, now we're going to go into the Vasha. And I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. It's not my native language, so but I can translate a bit of it. So let's go. It just means that it's called innate giving, and that's what my teachers call it, innate giving. And what that really means is when you are together, there will be innate ability to know what the other person needs. So you both are able to provide each other needs and you guys are happy. And that's what it is. You both naturally know what the person needs and giving at the moment. So, and that's just give you an example is if the person is, for example, she had a broken leg and he would be able to know that she can't get downstairs. Maybe they live in a townhouse or she can't get out of bed. So maybe he brings breakfast in bed for her. He doesn't have to like ask her. He would know that based on the situation and this and that, he knows that what she needs, she can't get out. She needs help. She needs support, right? Those are the things. When when it's a low number, so the score is out of 2. That's the maximum. So in this case, in this couple, they have it. Yes, it's 2. So 2 points out of 2. So yay. Celebrate for couples that have this. What if they have a lower score? So if they have a lower score, this situation, what really happens here, they are not able to meet each other's needs. So one reason that you both have a low wavelength is you guys have a hard time either expressing that, what you guys need from each other, and it could cause frustration. So the biggest solution is the other person doesn't care anything about it. For example, maybe she broke her foot and all he says, you know what, call your mother to help you out. Okay, that wasn't the solution that she might be was looking for. She just needed a few support, and that was it. And in this case, this could cause both of them feel like the other person doesn't care, even if they do care. It's like, yeah, I care about your broken foot, so why don't you just call your mom? I don't know how you would feel or think about that when somebody says that to you and you're hurting and you're injured and I wouldn't be very happy myself. That's my, uh, expression, maybe. This could actually hurt the relationship. And not because you're not meeting each other's need, this could cause hurtful through the other person, how they feel. That they feel really distanced. The fact that she has a broken foot and he's telling her, yeah, so what, kind of thing. So, and that's not really healthy. The biggest solution for this is you have to be able to do the day-to-day needs, be able to meet each other's needs. And this is really important because if you're not meeting each other's needs, you guys are not growing with each other. And that's really sad because there's some sort of breakdown of communication. And in order to solve this problem is you don't yell at them, you don't threaten them, you don't throw tantrums, you don't degrade them, you don't belittle them. You have to try to communicate which is non-threatening to each other and how to do that. The man should learn how to ask for his needs and be able to meet clearly and directly instead of getting frustrated with his needs and why it's not being met, right? So, and the same thing with our woman. The woman should be able to learn to express her needs in a relationship by asking how she actually feels, by giving the man the chance of the fulfillment of the needs. And she should not be demanding it for sure. Um, have you been in that situation? If you have, maybe leave a comment down below. And if you have purchased a report, I'm really curious, did it turn out to be a 0 point, or 1 point? If you're halfway there, there's hope, right? If you're at 0, there's still hope, right? We don't live in a perfect world. We just have to look at what else is going on in the relationship. All right, so my next topic is called Verna. So it's a mutation. That's what it's called. It really represents mutation. And people change. Do you guys all agree with that? Yeah, people change individually and in a relationship. We hope that all our relationship is always going to improve and get things better. You guys are going to grow as an individual. We want to make sure that our partner is going to also improve us as well, bring the better side, bring the greatness in us as well as we grow, as we age, and as we advance in our career or our development or personal growth. We want that. We want to be able to make sure that our partner is our cheerleader. And this is what I feel like this is what it really represents. It's all about fulfillment. That's that's the one answer definition for this one. Is fulfillment. And when I think of fulfillment, I need a cheerleader on the side, and things are going to get better. In a lot of vows, they say it in better or worse, but it's all about it gets better and better and better. That's it, right? Maybe you guys didn't have a lot of money when you guys first got married, but over a time of period, you guys end up getting a house, you're getting 2 cars, the lifestyle gets better, right? It doesn't mean it's always material things. Whatever fulfillment that you had together when you first met each other, it could be traveling around the world, living in a van, and that's cool as well. It's all about that. It's about improving and achieving those goals that you set as a couple. When things are negative, it's indicating the relationship is more likely to be, bad habits, not getting or not achieving the goals that is being met. Um, you know, and that's really hard when I see that when you guys when the relationship is not fulfilling. But in this couple, they are meeting their goals. As they enter in a relationship, things got better for them. They moved in, they got a nicer place together, home cooked meal. It got better, and they were able to financially be stable, got promoted, like things got better for them. But when things are bad, or I shouldn't say bad, or like, considered to be low score or negative, or it just didn't happen for them, or the relationship feels like a drag, a stone that you're kind of carrying around. It could be really hard. You just feel like you're not fulfilling what you really desire. And that's what it is. How this is being calculated is really interesting. This is all about having the same casting. So that just means that their Rashi is in the same element. So if they're in the water element sign, that's what it is. If they're on the fire sign, that's what it is. Earth sign, that's what it is. And that's just what it really is. If they're in a compatible element or majority of that. This case, in their relationship, yes, they are, right? We're looking at the moon, and that's what we're calculating based on. It's a little bit hard to see on the chart where their moon is. The man's moon is right in Virgo, right there, and her moon is initially in Aquarius. So there you go. They're both in air signs. So yeah, so that's really exciting for that. That being said, if you are interested in learning more about your relationship or yourself, and I think it's mostly important to learn more about yourself so that you can communicate in a relationship when you enter in one, The kuta is there to help you kind of create a structure and identify. When you guys do get a report, it's a written report. It's nothing, it doesn't look like anything like this. It is a number scoring at the very end of it. And that's just a matter of fact of what works and what doesn't work in a relationship and what you need help and what you need to improve and where are the strengths and the weaknesses that's coming in. And I can talk about, if you guys want me to go in detail with the other areas of their life, like Sun, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, or the Lagna, I could do that as well. Just leave a comment down below. It's just different areas of our life, like how active you are, how great of a communication, what is your belief and value, what are your sense of pleasure, what is your structure of your relationship, and what are your personal goals? Do you guys accept each other individual personal goals, yes or no? And that's just what it really is. So that being said, so you can purchase a report. I'll leave the link down in the description below. Yes, you need to know your birth time for yourself and as well for your partner. If you don't know, it will give you a rough estimate based on it, but it does calculate accurate. You want to be able to find accurately their time, and it's a little hard if you don't know their time, which is fine. You can find an astrologer. They can do a birth reification calculation for the time, rectifying the time. That could be done as well. It's a little bit more, require a little bit more investment that you need to put in just because it takes a lot of time. It's like a bank rec. If you guys haven't done a bank rec for a while, that's what it is, and it's doing multiple years to rectify is this time is accurate so that we can do certain predictions and stuff like that. That being said, yeah, so if you're interested in booking actually a coaching time where I can bring up solution, not only reading the chart itself, but also coming up with a solution, I find that's most valuable. A lot of my clients find that's the most valuable thing that they got out of all the sessions that we have done together, and they just found that they haven't seen anything like that, and it works for them, and it's been very helpful, and they're very grateful to be doing this as well. So I can maybe like explain them what's going on with their partner personality, their archetype, and and vice versa as well. And what is the solution if things are a little bit challenging? Like for example, he might have a Venus in Virgo, and people say, "Oh, it's doom and gloom." Not quite. It's not doom and gloom because it's in her ascendant. It could be a very good thing for her. He kind of appreciate the perfectionist that she might brings in the relationship, and he enjoys that. He enjoys that there's an act of service that's happening there, or that playful time. Virgos is it's it's a little girl. She hasn't hit puberty, and he kind of likes that about her because she's very playful, and that really turns him on as well. So I think that's really is really important in there in a relationship. So there's always goods, there's always cons, and I think we can talk about where we have certain strength, certain weakness that we need to learn individually, and which I call it the Rahu and Ketu. And I do agree with it. You gotta learn how to heal yourself, where the things that you need to learn and the things that you need to let go of, and where your current present is and where your structure life is to make that happen. You gotta be a whole person. Do you guys agree with that? I hear so many coaches, love gurus or motivator speaker. They're like, it should be 50-50. No, not in this case. Do you guys see this in front of you? There's two circles, and we're just laying it on top of each other. I don't see half a circle. I couldn't even read a chart if it's half of a circle. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So logically, I see two circles laying on top of each other and how that works. And just remember this. Just because you might have a high score, it doesn't mean the relationship will last. It also, there's a good possibility when there is a transit just through life, just life incidents. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, Something happened. Either they pass away or they have to move away and you can't move with them because your rest of your remaining family is here. Those are so many other factor could happen, and it's just through, we call it period of our life, and I just call it period of our life that we have to go through, and that's what it is. So it doesn't make, so the Kuta works really well when it comes to like, okay, do we have chemistry? Do we have communication? Do we have structure? Do we have this? Do we have that? And it's really black and white. But unfortunately, when it comes to relationship, it's very complex. You can even see all the numbers, all the planets. Some of them are bunched up. Some of them is on top of each other. Some of them are close degrees. Some of them are opposite. Some of them are square. Like, how do you go about that, right? How do you go about that? And that's just what a different from astrologers and coaches like myself will have to come up with a solution to help you overcome this obstacle. There is no perfect out there. I have seen it, the greatest chart out there, and they didn't even last because there was some sort of a really tough transit that was happening for them, and it was really challenging, and it was not easy for them to go and move forward with it. But that being said, everything has its place. I believe in this life, and I also believe in there is some free will as well. And I consult that with my client. Here's an opportunity, here's the window, and give that a shot and give that a try. I believe in creating lasting love. It means that you have the opportunity to create that lasting love. And the only way that you do that if you have the proper skills. And if you don't have the proper skill, guess what? You can find a coach like myself to do that, to help you out. But if you feel stuck and you've been doing this for years and still have come up with no solution, try another way. Try another way. I do have a great program that I help you to build those skills. So it's not only about prediction, and I think that's a little bit overrated, to be honest with you. And that's just my opinion. I just learned that prediction works, but if you don't have the skills to hold down the relationship, most likely you're going to naturally sabotage the relationship. And because there's some lack of healing required. So that being said, I want to conclude our videos. I'm excited to be talking about the next two. And the next two actually prevents you from really wanting to go get a divorce in 3 years. I think I've seen this where relationship with a low score but has stuck through the marriage for over 20 years. And I'll just have to show you a case on that, specifically why that works. So that's the next two tiers, and that's after the total points that you see underneath there. I think it's so interesting when I see this, and it's so cool to be actually showcasing you this. I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's so much fun. I'm excited, and I hope you have either invest the report or you can join my program. There's a free calling down below. You can book a call and see if you can qualify for it. Not everybody can get into the program. So we're looking for a specific individuals or someone can actually showcase that. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in next video. So stay tuned for next week. Okay. Bye now.
If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends because sharing is caring. If you want my help in your relationship or dating situation, you can always book a time with me. Check out the link below. To stay in touch, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell button so you can be notified when I post new videos. Please go ahead, hit the like button because it encourages me to create more contents like this every week for you. If you have any ideas for a video, please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.